Hey guys, Conquistador here. It's been a long time since I made a video, so I decided to come back. I was actually waiting for this opportunity. I was planning on doing it maybe I would say like more than a month ago, but I decided to wait off until Christmas, and Christmas passed. It was yesterday. I just wanted to tell you guys Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and I wanted to do a new Xbox One game collection. So let's get into this already. First game we got here is Assassin's Creed Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity is a game that I feel didn't deserve the hate that it got. I know a lot of people said that it was broken from the start, and when it released, it wasn't very good. But I played it, and I ran into no problems whatsoever. I really like this game, and if you guys, want to give it a shot, you definitely can. It's a lot cheaper now. I think it's like less than $10. So if you want a cheap game to try out, you can see for yourself. It's definitely worth it to check out now for the price that it is. And they fixed all the bugs, even though, like I said, I didn't encounter any. Next game is a game that I'm really in love with. It's probably one of my favorite games of the year. Put a lot of time into this one. I beat the campaign and everything, and that's Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 is a World War I shooter. And if you guys know anything about me, I'm a big history buff. I love a lot of shit about history. I love World War I and World War II. I like learning about the different sides, so I am actually a really big fan of the Italians and the Americans and the Austro-Hungarians. I don't know why, I just like those factions to play as. But yeah, really good game. I definitely recommend getting it if you haven't already. Next game, which we have 2 copies of here. One's mine, one's my brother's. That's Battlefield Hardline. A decent game. It's not like Battlefield 4 in any way. It's a cops and robbers game, but this is another game that's really cheap, and I feel it's worth the price. It was actually a really good game. I think it came out in 2015, and it was actually rated pretty highly. So if you could take that for what it's worth, it's a good game. Even the multiplayer is really good. I really enjoyed the multiplayer in this one. Next game we got here, I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, but Battlefield 4. I haven't actually played a lot of Battlefield 4. I know a lot of people love this game. So to hear that I haven't played much of it is probably crazy, but yeah, I really haven't put much time into this. Battlefield 1 is where most of my time had gone, so yeah, didn't really play too much of this, but it was good from what I played. So yeah, definitely picked that up. I heard it's got even better since when it first released. It was a little buggy. It got a lot better. Next game we got here is a game that I paid like more than $20 for. I'm kind of upset because now you could get this for like $10 new with a figurine, and that's Battleborn. It's supposed to be a competition to Overwatch. This Overwatch completely destroyed this game. That's why the fan base on this game is very insignificant. That's probably why you can get it for $10 now. But it's not a bad game, but it's just I guess you could say, it didn't keep up with the competition, and I sort of fell from grace from there. Next game we got here is a game that I beat. I actually paid $10 for this, and I beat it in full. I love this game. Not as good as the past games, but that's Batman Arkham Knight. And like I said, it's not as good as the past games that came out in the series, but it's still a really good game. And the story had me hooked. I played it through to the end. I finished it within like 2 or 3 days of playing, not like continuous playing, but I played it for like. It was really good. It had a really good story, so I was able to beat it very fast considering. Next game, which is a game that a lot of people like. I picked it up for pretty cheap. I was never too crazy about the series, but I still like it for what it was, and that's Borderlands: The Handsome Collection. Comes with the pre-sequel and Borderlands 2 remastered. They should have added the first one into this game, because the first one's the one that I actually put extensive time into. And I did like what I played in the first one, and the second one's really good, but I just haven't played too much of it on the one. Next game we got here is a game that is notoriously bad, and you guys will see it. But you're gonna find out that this game, though I don't like it, you'll just know. This game is Call of Duty Ghosts. I didn't really care for this game, but considering the fact now that all there is Call of Duty, that you just like fly up into the air and fucking use jetpacks, it's kind of the only boots to ground Call of Duty that's come out in the past years. But it's still not a good Call of Duty by any means. Next game we got is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This game I actually did like, considering even though I was saying that The jetpacks were kind of annoying. I did like this game. It didn't stop this game from being enjoyable. The campaign was really good. Kevin Spacey did a good job as the voice actor and all that, but he really has no emotion in his eyes. You see that? But yeah, it was a decent game, and now you can get it for cheap, so I'd recommend it if you want the Call of Duty games for cheap. Next game we got here is Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is a game that I've actually hadn't put a lot of time into at all. I played like 2 minutes of the campaign on PS4, and it like glitched out on me, and I couldn't go further, so I just got pissed and stopped playing it. And that was like the end of my experience with Black Ops 3. And I haven't really touched it on the Xbox One yet. But a game that I actually did like a lot, and I know most people probably won't, this would probably be an unpopular opinion, but I actually did like this game, and that's Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I actually, to bring this up now, I traded in Mafia 3. I had picked up Mafia 3, and I traded in because it was such a disappointment, guys. I love Mafia 2, and Mafia 3 didn't live up to it. So I traded that, and I got this for free, basically. It was, you could get it for $1, but they just gave it to me. I didn't have to pay anything for it. So it was worth it. Next game we got here is notoriously difficult games. Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. Both really tough games. I played the first one on the 360, didn't get very far. Same thing with the second one. The second one I got even less farther. And the third one I made it like nowhere. But funny enough, I've seen a lot of people play this game online, and it took them a couple of tries to kill the first boss, and I was able to kill him in my first shot, so I guess that's a proud moment of mine. In Bloodborne, it was probably the game of, I guess you could say, the Soul series that I've actually had put some significant time into, and I really did good in that game considering how I played the other ones and I wasn't so good. Next game is Destiny. Yeah, that's Destiny. I don't really care about it. You guys know that I'm not a fan of Destiny. Even with the DLCs, the game should have been released, finished, not, an unfinished product, so. Next game is a game that is, I haven't picked the game of the year yet for myself, but this is a game that is very close to grabbing it. I don't know if a lot of people feel the same way for me, the same way as my opinion does, but that's Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I got this game for $20. It was on sale, brand new. And boy, guys, was it worth it. This game is amazing. I didn't put much time into Human Revolution, and I didn't really, enjoy it that much. It's not a bad game, I just didn't put enough time into the Human Revolution, but Deus Ex Mankind is a super sick game, guys. And if you guys can get it for $20, it's worth it. If you guys get it for full price, it's worth it, but I got it for 20, so I was excited. Next game is a game that I played the first one. I don't have the first one on this console, but I did play the first one in full on Xbox 360, and that's Dishonored 2. This one's actually still sealed, since I just got it for Christmas. But yeah, Dishonored 2, didn't play anything of it, but I'm really looking forward to getting into that. The next game is a game that I got recently, and that's Dying Light. It's a really cool zombie parkour game. Never made it too far into the campaign, but funny enough, the download to be a zombie worked and everything on this, so got it pre-owned, so it was pretty cool. Cool game though. If you have friends to play with, it's really enjoyable. Next game was another game that it could easily gotten Game of the Year, and that's Doom. Doom was an awesome over-the-top shooter, and it literally revitalized what the old Dooms had been, but in modern graphics. It was amazing. It was a sick game. The campaign, though there wasn't much of it, still had you hooked, and you just felt so badass going across Mars and tearing everybody up tearing everybody in your path apart. Next game we got here is Dead Rising. You guys probably just heard that. My games just fell over. Just fix that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Dead Rising. I picked this up for $20. It's the remastered copy. I haven't got the second one or Dead Rising 4, but maybe in the future. So that's Dead Rising. I never beat it, but it's still an awesome game, and playing it now on the new graphics it's really worth it, guys. Dead Rising 3, haven't played it enough, so I can't really say anything about it, but it's still a really cool game. For the price that it is now, you can get some friends to go online, get a friend, go play co-op, and you just have a shit ton of fun massacring zombies. Dragon Age Inquisition is a game that I really didn't play enough of. I heard it's amazing. I always tried to get into the Dragon Age series because it's made by BioWare, and I love BioWare from Mass Effect. As you guys know, Mass Effect 3 was probably my favorite game of all time. So trying to get into this game, I felt like it was like my duty as a BioWare fan, but I never really got too hooked on it. I don't think it's bad, I just never got hooked. Next game was notoriously disliked. It wasn't a bad game, but the fact that they tried to sell you literally, you could take a piece of your toenail off and they'd sell it to you as DLC. Like, I'm not even joking, and that's Evolved. Like, this game, everything was DLC. You had gun colors and everything that would cost you like $4, so it really wasn't worth it. Even as I bought it for like $8, it's still not really good for the price. A game that I bought this game right now, the one's coming up, it's the Day 1 edition, and this is a game you guys know I've been waiting for like ever. I was never a fan of this series until I played this game, and now I have a newfound appreciation for this series, and that's Final Fantasy. The Final Fantasy series is Final Fantasy 15. It came with a little indie game along with a sword, and the game is so worth it, guys. If you guys find it, definitely give it a shot because the game is amazing. And the characters are funny, they're very memorable. So yeah, definitely, it's just so much to do in that game. Next game we got here is FIFA 15. I haven't played a lot of this game. I don't have a lot. I never had a lot of space on my console. So now looking at it, you guys can see I have 2 terabyte thing, so I'm gonna be good forever. I got like 17 games installed and they're big games, so I'm not gonna run out of space. So now games like this will be reinstalled and I'll actually get to play them extensively. The next game we got here is Fallout 4. You guys know how I feel about Fallout 4. It was my game of the year 2015. I will still stand by that regardless of how many people say The Witcher was better. I love this game. So I loved it. That's why I actually originally had it on the PS4. I got the season pass and everything, but PS4 has very boring mods for the game. Like, mods are not the forefront of Fallout 4 on the PC. I mean, on the PS4. Well, on Xbox One, you can literally download all the mods you want. Next game is Forza 5. Really like this game. I actually did a gameplay on this a while back. A little fun little gameplay for the channel. Never got too far into it, but still an awesome game for what you paid for it. It's really cheap now too. Next game is another cheap game, and a game that I originally played on the PS4. I know I'm bringing up the PS4 a lot because that's when I had put more time into the PS4 originally, but now Xbox One is my really preferred console. And this was a game that I tried to play on the PS4, didn't really get into it. Then I played on the Xbox One, and guys, it's an awesome game. And if you can find it for cheap, definitely get it, and that's Far Cry 4. Awesome game. It's just an awesome open world game. This guy is cool. He's not as cool as Voss from the third one, but he's still very, like, crazy. Next game. Hey, sorry about that, guys. This is Conquistador again. My friend had called me, so I'm recording this on my phone, so he had called me and cut off the video, so that was an annoying moment. I'm probably going to have to, like, attach the 2 videos together, if anything. So as I was saying, we were on Gears of War Ultimate Edition, and I paid like 20, I think it was like $20 for this, or maybe a little less, and now it's even cheaper, and this game is really worth it. It's the first game remastered in 1080p 60 frames per second. It's really awesome. Looks amazing. Still not happy that I was interrupted, because now it's going to make this video more of a pain in the ass to work out for me. Next game we got here is Gears of War 4. This is my brother's game. I've actually not played any of it. From what I heard, this game is really good, but I just haven't played it. Fuck, what? Okay, right here. Next game we got here, 2 copies of them, is Grand Theft Auto 5. One's mine, one's my brother's. We both play this together. Awesome game. If you guys haven't played the GTA series, I don't know what you're doing because they're fucking phenomenal. So definitely give GTA a try if you haven't already, which I'm pretty sure everybody has. Alright, next game we got here is a game that I didn't particularly like, but I bought it, sold it, got my money back, and then I went to GameStop and it was a buy 2 get 1 free. And this was the game that I got for free, and that's Homefront: The Revolution. Not a really good game, but for free, I can't complain. Next game is a game that if you're an Xbox One owner, you just need to have this because it's literally a great bargain for your money that you're paying. Especially, I think this game is like $20 now, and the money, it's Halo: The Master Chief Collection. For the bundle that's coming with this game, it comes with 4 games, and they're all, either remastered or touched up in some aspect, and it looks amazing on the Xbox One. If you have an Xbox One, you need this game. Next game we have here is Halo 5. Didn't play enough of it. I seen my brother play it. It looks pretty interesting, but I don't know. I'm not too much of a fan of it, but the multiplayer does look really cool. Next game we got here is Killer Instinct Combo Breaker Edition, or Combo Breaker Pack, whatever. I don't know if I put this in, will I have all the characters or something, since I bought the physical copy, and I know this game is like free, but I don't know. We'll see. Next game we got here was Game of the Year of 2014, I believe, and that's Shadow of Mordor. Really cool game, really Batman-ish combat system, and it pulls it off exceptionally well. So if you guys find this is like really cheap now. It's probably less than $10, but they also have the Game of the Year edition, which is just cheap too. So I would suggest getting that, but this is the one that I have. Next game we got here is a game that I got for less than $10. And if you guys know me, I actually really enjoyed this game, considering it was a budget title and sort of a movie tie-in, and that's Mad Max. I feel like this game is really cool. The customization of your car and your character all really works very well in this game. And even though it's a very empty open world, it still finds a way to be extremely enjoyable, especially with the sandstorms and all that. Next two games, I'm going to put them together. One's Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes and The Phantom Pain. You guys, I want to tell you guys something. If you guys originally heard from what I said about The Phantom Pain, is that I wasn't too much of a fan of it, like I couldn't get into it. You guys will be happy to know I played Ground Zeroes, beat it, even though it was short, loved it, and I'm exceptionally in love with The Phantom Pain 5. I put some more time to it, and once I put the time into it, I just couldn't stop playing. I was hooked. It's an amazing game, and I'm glad that Kojima got the respect that he deserves and got his award for it this year. Next game we got here is Metro Redux. It comes with 2033 and Last Light remastered in 1080p, I think, and 60 frames per second, or something like that. I didn't put too much time into it. I played this one in full, Last Light, on the 360. Didn't play too much of 2033. Burpees. Next game we got here is Minecraft. You guys know Minecraft. I don't have much to say about it. Next game we got here is a game that got a lot of hate. I didn't think it was particularly bad, but I could probably see why people who backed it would hate it. But I didn't dislike it, and that's Mighty No. 9. Mighty No. 9 is a really cool game if you didn't pay a lot of money for it. And mine came with a lot of DLC, so I think it was worth it. It was made by the same person who made Mega Man, and I guess people were expecting Mega Man, so they disliked it. I mean, it's not a great game, but I still liked it for what it was. Next game is Mortal Kombat X or 10. Really cool game. They have XL now, so you should just rather get that because it comes with all the characters and get that copy. Next game we got here is Need for Speed. Didn't play it, but it looks really interesting. I know it didn't get very good ratings, but it looks amazing on the Frostbite engine. Next game we got here is NBA 2K15. Not my game, my brother's game. I don't really play basketball, sports games. Next game we got here is the Game of the Year of 2016, and I'm finally glad that I got it, and that's Overwatch Origins Edition. This one's actually still sealed too. I gotta install this because I'm super excited to play this game. I played when they had given it free for a few days on Xbox. I played it. Sick game. I can't wait to install it and put some more time into it. Next game we got here is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare and Garden Warfare 2. Haven't played either of them, so I don't got really anything to say about them. Next game we got here is Rare Replay. It shows the Gears of the War thing, but it's not. It's just Rare Replay. But yeah, Rare Replay. Comes with like, what is it, over 30 hit games. So it's a really good deal for your money. If you guys like all the old Rare games and some of the new ones, then that's what you get because it's really cheap now. I think it's like $15, so it's definitely worth it. The next game, here's a game that I know didn't get enough attention, but I really loved it, and that's Recore. This game got a lot of unnecessary hate. It was a very well-made game, and I think that it deserves a lot more love. And yeah, just really fun game. Paid full price for it, and I was in love with it. Next game, which is in a series that I'm a huge fan of, and that's Resident Evil 4. I bought this game. It's remastered, and Resident Evil 5. They're both remastered for the Xbox One. And let me just throw this one in there. Resident Evil Revelations 2. All these games are phenomenal. Revelations definitely brought back what the series had been. Umbrella Corps tried to destroy it, but now Resident Evil 7 is on the it's about to be released, so look forward to that. Let me just put that over there. Next game we got here, you can see it, is Rise Son of Rome. A game that Also got a lot of unnecessary hate. I really, really love this game. Thought it was, probably considering the games that came out in 2013, this was a very good one. It'd probably be in the top 10 for me. So, yeah, it's like God of War on the Xbox One, and I think it was phenomenal. It really showed off what the Xbox One could do. Next game we got here is Star Wars Battlefront. I really love this game. Another game that got a lot of hate, and I don't understand why. I found this game exceptionally fun. But yeah, I can see why they probably didn't like it as much as the first one and the second one, but it's still a really good one. Next game we got here is Sniper Elite 3, which I actually have I think this is the collector's edition or something. It came with this one, and it's a sick game, guys. Especially if I only paid $20 for this collector's edition, brand new. But yeah, I love the second one, and now they're coming out with the fourth one. I think it's Sniper Elite 4 Italia. Next one we got here is Song of the Deep. I bought this for, I think it was like $10, and I think it's worth it. It's a really cool 2D, I guess you could call it a platformer or more of like an explorer, but it's really well made for what you know, for the price that they were asking for. I think it was only like $15 brand new when it released. Next game we got here is Sunset Overdrive. Another great over-the-top Xbox One exclusive. There's a lot of like violence, but it's also finds a way to be hilarious at the same time. And definitely a game that if you have an Xbox One, you need to get it because it's one of the best exclusives on the console. Next game is Rocket League with the Collector's Edition, which is another game that you would see it as you would see it in theory as a game, you know, cars and soccer. But when you play it, guys, it is so much fun, and you'll find yourself coming back to it for hours. This is just a great game. All right, moving on to the last of my games. Next game we got here is Rainbow Six Siege. At first, I did not really care for this game, but then I put some more time into Rainbow Six Siege, and I found extreme joy in it. It's a very good, it's like if you were playing Counter-Strike, but imagine like a dedicated console version of Counter-Strike, and they do it really well. Next game we got here is Tom Clancy's Division. This game you could get for like 11 or 12 bucks new right now. It's on sale or some shit. But really, really good game. It's basically what Destiny should have been, and this game did. It's 10 times better than Destiny. So yeah, if you guys were thinking of playing Destiny or that, get that, because that's so much better. Next game we got here, I'll put them both together, is the Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition and the Elder Scrolls Online. Love Skyrim, played it on the 360, probably put hundreds of hours into it. Then I got it for the one and came with all the DLC, and I put more hundreds of hours into it. Awesome game, definitely worth it for your money. I got it 20 bucks off because I had bought it with a coupon. So yeah, 20 bucks off of this game. Paid 40 and so worth it. Next game we got here is the Elder Scrolls Online, which I really didn't care for this game. I'm sorry to say that, but I don't know if it's just the amount of GB that it took up on my system and the amount of fun I didn't have that just made me not want to put more time into it. Next game we got here is Titanfall, and Titanfall 2, another game I got still sealed for Christmas. Love the first Titanfall, now you can get it for less than 10 bucks. And now Titanfall 2, I heard it's even better, has a campaign, but I still haven't played. I need to put some time. It's actually deluxe edition. Next game we got here is UFC 2. Really fun fighting game, definitely better than the first UFC. Don't have it, but I've seen what it looks like, and this game improves on it like tenfold. Next game we got here, which you guys can probably see, is The Witcher 3. You know how I feel about this game. I don't dislike The Witcher. I think it's a cool game. It has amazing open world. I just never got into it. I tried on 4 different occasions, and I just couldn't find myself getting hooked on the story. But yeah, it's my opinion. I know it's not a bad game, and it shouldn't dissuade you from trying to play for yourself, because a lot of people love it, and I'm pretty sure you would. Just not my cup of tea. Next game we got here is The Evil Within. I played this a tiny bit on the PS4, and it is a really good game. It's definitely better than what people were saying. Like, people were like, oh, it's not good. It's not really good. This was made by the same person who made Resident Evil 4, and he did a good job. Next 2 games is Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2. This game I also got for Christmas, but this one is installing on my Xbox One right now. That's why this one's open. So yeah, first Watch Dog didn't deserve the hate it got. I thought it was good. And this one I haven't played. I can't wait to get into it. And the last game here, 7 Days to Die. It was a very bad release on console. They have done a lot of updates and patches, but it's just not that good. This patch isn't all that, couldn't save it from what it was. So yeah, that's my console. I still have the poster of Mafia 3 even though I sold it. So I'll probably get that back at a later date when it's like super cheap, but for what it wasn't worth it. So yeah, that's my those are my games. Kind of want the Modern Warfare remaster, but I want that to release, you know, separately. So yeah, the game is right there. Thankful, got a new system, terabytes, my games. So yeah, like I said, guys, I know it's a day later, but have a happy holidays and Merry Christmas, and I love you guys, and this is the Conquistador out. Oh yeah, and really quickly, guys, I just thought I'd show you the few games that are actually downloadable that I've gotten. Most of these games I got them for free because I don't like downloadable copies, but if they're free, they're for me, you know? So, Assassin's Creed Unity, which is, I have a physical as well, since it was cheap. It's not a lot, but it's a few, so I'll just fit this on at the end. Outlast. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. The Crew. The Walking Dead Season 1. Warframe, Warriors Arachi Ultimate 3, and WWE 2K16. So, oh, and Quantum Break, I forgot about that, and Quantum Break, and Project Spark. So yeah, those are the few games that I actually have as downloadable copies. So yeah, like I said, that's my Xbox One collection. I have a lot of games, I already have them back in position. So yeah, thanks guys, and Conquistador out. Love you guys.